Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am your Muse Traci. I'm your favorite manifestation coach, and I am here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life, to stop settling and to stop suffering. You are not here to suffer. If that sounds good to you, you're more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. I offer one-on-one coaching and I also offer group coaching. Group coaching is in progress right now. The next one will be opening shortly. Stay tuned. In my coaching program, in my one-on-one coaching program, we take a deep dive into your subconscious programming or your belief system, and we do the work to change the programming that is effectively covering up or masking your true nature. So I will take you through the process of cleaning up your programming, integrating, excuse me, the creator belief system, releasing stored emotions from the past, as well as teaching you how to honor and process your emotions on an ongoing present moment basis, as well as much, much more. We meet 2 to 3 times per week, and in between those sessions, you have email access to me. You also have homework that you will be doing and implementations and integrations to do in between the sessions. It is an intensive month designed to create real transformation in every area of your life, because it's all about you. When you change, your reality changes. And, this is designed, I designed this to return you back to your true nature. So we're kind of clearing out the unwanted things so that you can return back to being an effortless and unlimited creator. The truth of the matter is the only reason you continue to struggle is programming. It's just that simple. Programming and some unprocessed emotions from the past. Once you get all of this cleared up, and you integrate the creator belief system, very important, then, it's manifesting becomes effortless. It's meant to be effortless. And you are manifesting effortlessly right now, whether you know it or not, because you're manifesting everything. So a lot of my clients will stay with me 2 to 3 months. Some stay longer, some a little bit shorter. It's always up to you. You decide how much support and guidance you want at this time in your life. And if you're interested in learning more, leave me a comment down below. I also have a free mini course available on my website. You can find the link in the description below, explaining why and how manifesting a specific person is absolutely possible. It's not just possible, you are already doing it with everyone in your life already. So if you are still questioning this, is it possible? Does it work? Can I do it? Go and get this free mini course, and you can really solidify your understanding of the fundamentals that make it possible. There's fundamental reasons why this is even possible, okay? And so once you understand those, you can put that type of questioning out of your mind and get to the process of manifesting your specific person or whatever else you desire to manifest into your life. You can really use the mini course to apply to anything. Okay, you guys, check out the link if you're interested in the mini course, and let's get into the video for today. This is an exciting topic. I really enjoy talking about this. I've talked about it lightly, I'd say, in some other videos, touching on it just briefly, but today it's a little bit more of a deep dive. And this video is all about polarity as the proof, the evidence that your desire exists. So great, let's get into it. Let's figure out how polarity is the proof. Excuse me. So what we're talking about is polarity and the fact that everything exists in pairs of opposites, actually, because this is the realm that we live in. This realm is the realm of relativity. So we can only truly know something by experiencing the absence of it, and then experiencing the presence of it, right? We know something in this realm through relative experiences. Think about hot and cold. If you're only ever experiencing cold, you don't really know what cold is because you have no reference to anything else. It's through experiencing cold and then hot that you understand what hot is and you understand what cold is. Yeah. So in another realm, let's just say it's the realm of the absolutes where everything is perfect. You are absolute love, you're absolute light, you're absolute good, and you're absolute perfection, no flaws. Well, in this realm, you can't really know these things because they just are. There's no relativity there. It's the realm of the absolute. You cannot really truly experience them because there's nothing to contrast them against. There is no hot and cold. There's no up and down, good and bad, light and dark. There simply just is the presence of perfection. So this video isn't really, I'm not really diving deep into the esoterics of all of this, but you can certainly find more information about, the realm of the absolute and the realm of relativity. And if you want more information about what I'm talking about, definitely go ahead. This video is more about how to use this information, not, the deep dive into the information itself. So this is the realm of 3 dimensions of space and time. In this realm, we have polarity. Everything exists in pairs of opposites. And with this, we are given the chance to experience both and then choose. This is key, you guys. I'm giving it all to you right here. This is the key, experiencing both, and then you choose. So 2 things are already becoming apparent, very early on in this discussion. First off, you can experience something negative. If you can experience something negative, let's say the lack of love, the lack of abundance, the lack of a job, the lack of success, then the opposite of all these exists as well. And not only do they exist, but they're available to you, because why wouldn't they be? They're available for you to experience. So the abundance of love is available to you. The abundance of abundance is available to you to experience. The abundance of job, the abundance of success, it's all available. Because why? Because it exists. How do we know it exists? Because the opposite exists. And this is the realm where, by default, if one pole exists, the other pole exists, by definition. So this realm, if you experience one polarity of something, the other polarity exists. This is a safe assumption. You can make it across the board with no limitations. It's literally everything. Everything exists in pairs of opposites. So, okay, that's the first thing to realize, that the other is that they exist for you to experience or contrast against, and then choose, like I was saying before. These things exist for the purpose of you knowing, having the relativity between the 2 poles to really experience cold. Well, you can't know what cold is unless you experience hot. You can't know what abundance is unless you experience not abundance. You can't experience any of it without the contrasting other pole, right? And so they exist for you to experience and then to choose. So it's this part that a lot of people get stuck with. They think that because they've experienced one thing, let's say they've experienced lack of love, and maybe it's lack of abundance, maybe it's lack of success, maybe it's all 3. Their experience of that, they think they have, incorrectly concluded that's what's meant for them. And they accidentally or mistakenly take this to heart, meaning this is all I'm worthy of, and this is all I'm meant to have. This is all I get to have. This is the way it is for me. This is just what is. This is just what I'm destined to continue to have or experience because I've mostly or even only experienced this lack in the past. So, no, no, and more no. You are never ever bound to experience what you have experienced in the past. To put it eloquently, like Dr. Joe Dispenza, your past does not dictate your future. Now, the problem with this is that it does if you say it does. It only doesn't if you break the habit of saying that it does, right? And that is really what his message is. Your past does not dictate your future, but you have to know that. And you have to break the cycle of basing what you project into your future based on what you've experienced in the past. You want to break out of this mindset, this cycle, this habit. Because remember, you're the rule maker of your reality. You are the one making the rules. So if you say, my past dictates my future, well, very well then, it does. But you don't have to do that. You're not bound to do that. And if your past doesn't contain what you now choose to experience, I highly recommend that you choose something different. You say, I experienced this lack in the past for the purpose of gaining clarity. I have gained clarity, and I realize now that lack of love, abundance, success isn't what I choose. It's not what I choose. I actually choose the abundance of love, success, abundance. And because I know about polarity, I understand that the abundance of these things exists. And I understand that it's my job. The reason I'm in this realm of relativity is to experience and then choose. So what to do? If your past doesn't dictate your future, then what does? Well, it would be better to allow your preferences, your desires to dictate your future. And this is the realization that this video is coming to. You may have had the experiences of lack of any type. And this is just one end of the polarity stick. The other end of the polarity stick, again, on whatever subject you want to apply this to, exists. The other side of the polarity, the other end of the stick, I think Abraham Hicks calls it a stick, pick up the subject, it's a stick, two ends. It exists, and not only does it exist, but it's available to you. If you understand that opposites exist, and you understand whatever you have already experienced isn't your destiny, it was simply there to allow you to choose. Yes, I like this, right? If your experience, again, was something that you liked, then you choose, yeah, I want more of that. Great. Or, no, your experience was not what you now, realize that you prefer. This is not what I prefer. And since this is not what I prefer, I'm going to allow my desires to guide my thoughts, knowing that everything exists, knowing that my thoughts, my feelings, my assumptions are a creative force in my reality. Of course, I know all of this because I watch Traci's videos and I understand who I am. I understand that I am the one and only cause in my reality. It's my assumptions. Right? Since I know that, I'm going to move in the direction of assuming my preference, no longer assuming what has been will be. You don't have to do that. You get to have your experiences, give birth to preferences, give realization to your preferences, and then hold your preferences as your new assumption. Notice nothing in what I just said includes wait for it to show up in your reality and then know that it's true for you. I didn't say any of that. So don't make that mistake. Your past experiences either confirm, yes, that is my choice, or they give birth to what your preference actually is. You have a realization, wow, I don't prefer cold. I prefer hot. Okay, this is my preference. And I know what hot is because I experienced the cold. I'm not bound to experience the cold for forevermore. Why would that be a thing? Hot and cold both exist for me to experience. My job is to simply choose. So now that I remember that everything exists in pairs and the experience of lack is proof that the abundance also exists, now that I remember that I can stop doubting my desires, and when I stop doubting my desires and needing to see them to believe them, when I let go and trust, things easily and naturally show up in my reality because that's how it's supposed to work. Now, if you're not able to let go and trust, you will have a very limited results and power. Your power is equivalent to your conviction, right? Again, something that I've touched on in other videos. So if you're waiting to be convinced until you see it, you have found yourself in a bit of a quandary. And this is exactly what keeps a lot of people stuck. I'll believe it when I see it. It doesn't work that way. You have to take the leap. You have to, with the understanding of who you are and what this realm is, what this video is talking all about, you can focus your attention on your preference, again, before there's any evidence of it, and you let go, you trust, you give it over to your higher self, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, or, refer to it as, and you let go. You have to let go in order to receive. You have to open in order to receive. So perhaps this is a topic for another video. If you guys want to see a deeper dive about your power is equivalent to your conviction, leave me a comment down below. If you want to see a video about letting go, I've been kind of bouncing that idea around quite a bit lately. So if you want to see a video about letting go and why that's important in manifesting, leave me a comment. And please remember this conviction of your power, conviction in you being the operant power, you being able to choose and manifest your desires in your reality. It's something that you choose and then you practice it. It's similar to faith, right? Faith is a choice, and you keep choosing to have faith as you go along. It's a moment to moment to moment choice. Your conviction can be cultivated and developed in the same way by reminding yourself, this is now my belief system, to not flipping into victim mode, to staying in the creator mode and bringing your belief system over to you are the operant power brick by brick. Right? You have to convert your belief system brick by brick. Knowing this information intellectually isn't enough. You have to be it. You have to be it, as Neville says. So this is the proof that your desire exists. So I know a lot of you still sometimes question, not only can I do it, but is it possible? Does this even exist? Again, whether it's money, whether it's the relationship that you want, the success that you want, the job that you want, the car that you want, you're wondering, like, maybe you know it exists, but maybe you're wondering, like, can I experience it in my reality? And first of all, if you know it exists, even through this concept that I'm talking about, polarity, then why wouldn't you be able to experience it? If you're an infinite being, why wouldn't you be able to experience it? Now, the answer to that is usually programming. You have some ideas, some concepts about you, what you're worthy of, what you get to have, what's right for you to have. Maybe there's guilt and shame in the way. Right? Again, that's going back to programming. I don't deserve to have more. When I have more, other people suffer. All of this will thwart your manifestation efforts. So this is, again, the programming that you have to look at to return yourself back to your infinite potential and your effortless ability to create, right? So I love this topic about polarity. It's very reassuring. Again, it's an assumption that you can go back to on every subject, okay? So that's it for this video. Leave me a comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.